Okay, I think everything's working now. Right? Everything's working. All's all set. Everybody can hear me. Hello. Oh, whoa. What's going on? What's going on? Why so loud, Huffy? Yeah, welcome in everybody. Welcome in. Hope you guys are having a great day. This is Fiercestbard. My start screen doesn't work. Nothing actually works. I'm just trying to get things started. Meanwhile, I'm getting screamed at by a little dog who who is uh who is exacerbated by the fact that I am trying to stream with none of my shit working. I have no redeem. I have no notifications. I have no start screen or chat screen. No scenes, nothing. I think maybe the background music is running still. So hopefully that's the case. But yeah, hopefully you guys are having a great Wednesday, you know? Like it's all good. It's all good. I got the important part, which is the arting to show up. So I think we're good. I think we're good. But here we go. Here we go. We are gonna be working on this image of Rappy Red Hood, the summer version of Rappy Red Hood from Goddess of Victory Nikkei. I believe that I had actually planned on this to have different costume editions or whatever originally, but I spent way too long on this, right? So I think I can add it, but I'm not sure like if I have the time. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, let me figure out before I go on. Let me figure out where certain things happen on this, because I need to undo some of the lighting on the, let's see, is this it? Yes, this is actually it right here. I need to undo that little bit of lighting there because we're gonna add it in from a different layer and stuff like that. We're gonna add all that detail in separately on the glow dodge layer that we have here. But yeah, hopefully you guys are doing well. Golden, what's up? How you doing? Welcome in. Welcome into my partially not quite working stream with a dog that yells at me periodically. But yeah, hopefully you are having a great day, as it were. Hopefully you're all having a good day, as it were, you know? Cause it's Wednesday. We're almost there. We're almost to the weekend. For everybody that actually still counts on that sort of thing, we're almost at the weekend. And you know, like for me, that's great because you know, work week is long. The work week is long, so let's see what we can do here, actually. I need to add a little bit more to this in terms of this, right? Let's see if we can do this properly. But yeah, what's up, fam? I'm alright. Just been busy and kind of stressed out. Otherwise, Sean, how you been, though, gang? I've been pretty good. I just been like, you know, messing around with my stream settings and stuff like that, because I am not in Cappy Town. I am in Bounty Hunterville right now, and because I'm in Bounty Hunterville, I don't have all my stuff set up here, and I've just been running into a lot of issues with the stream because of that. It's not anyone's fault though. It's just my own idiocy of not saving my stream settings. Like I actually don't remember how I set up anything initially. Like I did it so long ago that I don't know what I'm doing to get this stuff back. Yeah, Rip is correct. So that's why, like, I got nothing working right now, and I'm still trying to figure out, like, okay, how did I even have the chat box appear on the OBS thing behind it. As you can see, your guys' chat window doesn't even appear in the where it's supposed to. so it's like, yeah, I don't worry, guys. Believe me, I am still a pro streamer. Okay, I'm doing all the pro streaming things by having nothing work properly and just running with what I got. Running with what I got is how we're gonna do this. But yeah, like sometimes you just gotta make do with what you got, right? Sometimes that's just how it is, right? Professional stream only, no scuff whatsoever. Exactly, no scuff here whatsoever. You got it. You got it. You wanted professional streaming with all the fancy bells and whistles? You got it right here. Now, in all seriousness, I should have probably had all this stuff set up properly at some point, and it's just like I've just been very lax about doing it, unfortunately. No such thing as scuff stream or streamer. No such thing at all. Exactly. No such thing whatsoever. But yeah, I should have probably had all this stuff set up before it's just I didn't have the time or the commitment. Mostly the commitment to the bit, like I really should get off my ass and stop being so lazy about my stream stuff. Like I really need to, like we were having this discussion yesterday about how like I haven't even really done my emotes in a while and stuff like that. Mooney created some emotes for me. So I should probably get off my ass and actually do that, right? Like, be a real streamer. In some way, shape, or form. Be close to a real streamer. But yeah, it's been okay. I've been trying to get some artwork done because we are going to participate in an artist alley type event sometime at the end of next month. It's called Akihabara UDX Volume 2. Don't know why it's Volume 2. It's in a nearby town to Bounty Hunterville. So, like it's close enough where we could participate very comfortably and not have to put in too much investment in terms of money and time traveling and stuff like that. So we decided to take the plunge since we didn't get into any of the other events. Yeah, we've been trying to do some Artist Alley stuff, Golden, as of recent and stuff like that. We got into some events, but then other events, either we didn't get in or the event fell through, let's just say. I was originally set to go to a certain convention on the East Coast that was reported to be the first VTuber convention on the East Coast, but things happened and now I am not going. Because unfortunately, it's just the cost that are involved in that participation is just gonna make it like impossible for me to recoup the cost of going. So I just am choosing not to go now at this point. Oh yeah, damn. Sorry to hear that it didn't really go well. It's like there was a lot of stuff that happened, and like I don't wanna, like talk smack about the organizers and stuff like that or anything like that. It's just it's not gonna work out. It's just not gonna work out for a heck of a lot of us who signed up for that. The things that we thought it was gonna be, it is not. I think they got a little bit in over their heads with the planning of things, and they just weren't ready for something like this. And that's the unfortunate news for that one. But it doesn't mean that it's like, oh, damn, what, how could that have happened? Like, oh geez, like, it's not the end of the world. Like the artist alley, like the circuit, as it were, right? The artist alley circuit, it is a highly competitive situation, and you're gonna win some and lose some, right? You're not gonna get into all of the events that you want to go to, and you're also, sometimes some of them are wins and some of them are not. This one happens to not really be one, so like, that's just kind of the way it is, right? You just kind of roll with the punches, and you hope that the next events you participate in will be better. That's all you can really do in that situation, right? Let's see how that's coming out. Yeah, it's like, yeah. We are still applying to various other events, over the course of the year. So you don't, like, you apply to as many as you can, and then hopefully you get into maybe one or two of them and stuff like that, and that one or two can sometimes carry you. Now, the last time we went to an Artist Alley event was over at Anime North. We were very fortunate to have a sponsor, as it were. We were kind of sponsored to be there in a lot of ways by a company who needed our help with something else, right? And in exchange, we were allowed to share some table space with them. So that was pretty cool. Like, sometimes you look for opportunities like that where you're not necessarily you aren't necessarily there for the artist alley, but then you get the opportunity to do something like that where you can participate a little bit in something, right? So sometimes that's always a plus of doing these things, like so we'll see what the next time will be, maybe. And for me, it also means that a lot of the artwork that I'm gonna be doing in the near future and stuff like that is going to be like focused on certain things, like like, hey, I'm doing like Nikkei fan art because I personally like Nikkei enough where I'm like, okay, like, maybe this is the thing that I want to specialize in, right? Same thing with some of the VTuber artwork that I do, because I happen to like VTubers a lot and things like that, right? So it's like, it's one of those things where it's like I'm starting to focus more like the subject matter that I'm doing, but focus it more on the stuff that I actually like a heck of a lot and do more of it, right? And that's really what most people can do, right, for themselves if they try to do their artist alley thing. I think that's the one big tip of it. Don't just do the artwork that you feel like, well, this is because I've been guilty of that, right? Like, I'll do an artwork and be like, hey, this is I think this is going to be kind of popular, let's see how it works out, right? And sometimes it works out like that. Most of the time it doesn't. You would think that like doing something like you think is popular is going to be like, okay, this is a surefire hit. So, if you do this, everybody will respond to that the way that you want them to. And then it turns out, oh wait, actually nobody gives a crap. The stuff that I find that has been working as of late for me has been just focus on the things that I actually like. Not that anything that I haven't drawn is something that I didn't like. Like I've been very picky and choosy about like the artwork that I do, and at least I have some connection to or like the character that I'm drawing. So at the very least I do stuff like that, right? But man, it's like what was it? At the recent artist alleys that I've done, I've noticed, for example, like if I try to do an artwork for a character that is just, oh, I think it's popular, but then it's like not necessarily something that I care about, then it's like, it's very 50-50 if anybody really like responds to it or, sees it and goes, hey, look at that, right? Where, like, I really liked, for example, the Amazing Digital Circus. I really like that one, that show. And then I did like an artwork for it for fun. And as it turns out, that was like one of the ones that a lot of people came by to see and stuff like that. And I was like really happy about that. So it's a lot of times it's just about like what you are truly passionate about, and like doing your best for that particular thing. So like I would highly advise for anyone to look at it from that point of view, and like do the things you like, right? Because as it turns out, the things you like, people, there are a lot of people out there that also might like it. If that makes sense. Now, what if the thing you like is Sonic the Hedgehog furry fan art? Hey, you know what? More power to you. There's nothing wrong with that. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. Why did I mention it? It's because me and my friends were talking about it earlier. We just happened to be talking about it. Apparently, me being a VTuber capybara, it means that I should likely have a fursona. Apparently, so I've been trying to come up with a fursona of some sort, and the only thing that I can think is, well, I mean, everybody be making Sonic OCs, right? No, I'm not gonna make a fursona. That's totally not me. It actually, technically speaking, wouldn't my current capybara-ness, wouldn't that be my fursona in a lot of ways? When you really think about it. Okay. And yeah, this one so far has been coming along a lot faster than Neon. I kind of figured it would, because honestly, like these types of artworks, especially these fan arts that are like summer themed bikini style artworks, I do them a lot faster than I can do most other things. So I'm like, okay, I'm happy with the progress so far. perhaps one day, when I'm done with all these Nikkei arts that I've been doing lately, I will finally dive into the one art thing that I've been avoiding. And I've been talking about since the dawn of time, that I said that, you know what, I probably should do this. But we'll see what happens, we'll see what happens. I think I need more levels of shading here. It's starting to feel a little bit flat to me, so I think I need like a yet another level of some sort. Oh yeah, and like what we were talking about yesterday on the collector's front of stuff, because you guys know, I always buy Transformer stuff, right? Well, the big news from yesterday was that yeah, Target, that store chain, they got like an exclusive contract to release certain figures for Transformers, specifically Starscream in this case, right? And they are super dropping the ball right now. Like they are not able to deliver at all. They screwed up really bad. They've been canceling orders like crazy for everyone. Now, granted, this does not really affect me. I was able to get my own because I am a Hasbro Pulse user, so I got it from them pretty early on. But for people who don't, pre-order things and don't go out of their way to use special services like that and stuff like that, right? Like they're kind of SOL in terms of if they're in the United States, right? Like if they're in Freedom Land, and it's been a big issue. It's kind of like, why would you make a main character from the franchise who is like everybody really likes this character and stuff like that, right? Why would you make them like exclusive to one partnership, and then they can't even deliver on pre-orders for it and stuff like that, right? So it's like it's become like this big thing. There's posts about it all over the subreddit for Transformers and stuff like that, and everybody's just been like going out of their minds, just kind of like talking about this and stuff like that. And I feel like it's like, damn, it's like I'm glad that I got mines, but also I feel all the people that couldn't get one. That's just really unfortunate and stuff like that. But I think eventually they'll be able to get it. It's not. There's definitely going to be an alternate version of this figure that's coming out at some point. Probably something like what they did previously, where they did like a coronation version, where he's got all the freaking the freaking the crown and all that other stuff, the gear that he wears before before Galvatron shows up. And yeah, like I think people will be able to get it eventually, but you know that FOMO is real. Because with collecting figures and stuff like that, for some of you may know this, like it's not like you have to get it right away, but because of the way we live in the age of scalpers, right? Like this is the post graphics card, crazy era of, everybody goes to Walmart or Target or whatever and buys up like the entire stock of everything and then just freaking scalps it on eBay for like 3 times the amount of money. So because of that, it's like it's been hard on collectors of all kinds. Like it doesn't matter what kind of collector you are, Pokemon cards, Labubus, some stuff like that, all the way to like Transformers and things like that. It's like being a collector is tough in this day and age, like seriously. My internet just died on me, but I'm back. Nice, welcome back. It's all good. And you know what? Don't worry about it. Like I know things happen. Just like a Labubu collector going to a Pop Mart machine and not being able to get the Labubu that they want. Things happen. Now I almost feel like this is it's causing it to be a little bit muddy here, so I'm not convinced on it, but then it's like, we'll think about it. Okay, I found it. There we go. Okay, I think I might have done that to the wrong layer just now. Oops, okay. I'm screwing up right now. Hold on, guys. Alright. There we go, and then let me find the layer that I actually need. I feel that I used to collect Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but stopped because it's too expensive for me, Loki. Yeah, like, we went to, this weekend, there was like a local card show that was like a lot of collectors for stuff like Pokemon, Digimon, everything, right? Like was there, as long as it's a card game and stuff like that, they all showed up. They all showed up for that, and it was kind of cool to go see the card show and stuff like that, because it was like, we don't normally participate in that sort of thing, right? Hold on, why is it doing this strange color? Okay, this is weird. It's not doing the thing that I thought it was gonna do, but... Oh, okay. But yeah, like, so we went... Oh, there we go. We went and checked it out and stuff like that, just to see, like, what it was kind of like. And it was okay. We were mostly there to scout out, like, potential potential shows and stuff like that, if that makes sense, because we're doing our Artist Alley stuff now and stuff. So it's kind of nice to go and check out certain shows and stuff like that, right? And this was one of them that's like, you know, again, nearby in the nearby town to Bounty Hunterville. And it's like, okay, maybe if this one seems like it's good, maybe we can go next time and table at this thing. And the one thing that we discovered about these card shows, and it should have probably been obvious, is no, this is not for us. Like, if you go to one of these these types of card shows, it likely you're there to buy cards. You're not there for fan art and stuff like that. You really don't care. We saw some other vendors there that were like Artist Alley vendors and stuff like that. So it's not like we didn't see any and stuff like that. But like, it was pretty clear that where the attention of the crowd was, and it was definitely not to the fan art stuff, you know. So it was kind of interesting to see that, you know, like in the real world, right? Like, you know, actually seeing like what people are there at those shows for and stuff like that, and just like doing marketing research. It was like for a lot of the people who were there with fan art, it's like the people were just like, if you didn't have cards at your table, you got no traffic. You got absolutely no traffic. Nobody gave a crap that you were there. And stuff. It's like, you know, I shouldn't laugh about it because it's like, you know, again, you know, like as a fellow Artist Alley artist, you know, like, you know, you can feel that situation, right? But it's also one of those things where it's like, yeah, that seems about what we expected. Yeah, it was kind of like and they had so many like different card games and stuff like that. Actually, what's funny is we found one card. It was the what was it, the holiday version? I forgot which Nikkei it was. We found a card from Nikkei there and stuff like that, and that was like really cool and stuff like that. And it was like, oh, cool, you know, like it was on sale, but we didn't buy it because it was not any of our favorites and stuff. So we were just kind of like, okay, you know, like, did they have any more of these? But apparently no. The whoever the card dealer owner of that table was, they did not actually have a specific section for Nikkei and stuff, and that seemed to just be like an outlier that they happened to have at the table. It wasn't really like something that they specialized in and stuff. So it was kind of like interesting to see it there, but you know, like, unfortunately not exactly the thing that was selling a lot of, you know, like I do wish that we found more of them, but it's okay, you know. And yeah, those cards were expensive. That one Nikkei card was like $5. No, $4 or $5. It was something like that. It was like $4 or $5, something like that. And that might not be a whole lot for you know, the actual card collectors that were there, but you know, for us, it's like, damn, that's a lot. But it's not like I've never spent real money on some stupid things for that cost a whole lot, you know. Like I've spent money on stuff. That's cool. I almost forgot they kind of had Nikkei cards. Yeah, they have like two or three different Nikkei card games. I forgot. What was the one of them? Union Arena or something like that, or something like that. I don't know that. I'm sorry. I'm butchering this for all you card game players and stuff like that, right? So I think and they have like Weiss, like, you know, Weiss Schwartz or whatever that series is, that long running card game, collectible card game, like crossover series. So they had those and stuff like that. Nikkei, like, is one of those series that I don't mind getting the cards for, because I you know, like, me and Mooney are so into Nikkei stuff. We still play the games. Like, Mooney does more than I do, So, but you know, like it is the one series that we are like forever beholden to. I don't know the names of either. It's fine. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, because you know, like Nikkei is the game series that we met on, and it also shares a release date with both of our birthdays and stuff like that. We're just like beholden to Nikkei forever, for life, and stuff. Like we're just gonna be on Nikkei forever, okay? Until Nikkei closes its doors and just like you know and you know like servers are closed and stuff like that. Um, and it's also why I am doing this Nikkei art now too, because it's like you know I should do more Nikkei art. This is the game that you know I still like it. You know I haven't been playing as much of it as I should be. I missed a lot of story stuff, and I've been trying to catch up on the main story for it since forever. So I still quite enjoy this series and stuff like that. So I should try to do more artwork for it, you know. Especially since there's so many characters that I should draw, you know, like at this point, like, you know, like Cinderella or Little Mermaid and stuff like that, right? And I've never drawn Modernia. I've drawn Dorothy once, but I could always draw Dorothy like 100 more times. So it's like, it's one of those things, man. This series is like, you know, I've always on and off the game. It's like my top 3 gacha game. I need to get back into it. Yeah, like I've been keeping up with the seasonal events and things like that, and you know, doing the story little by little as I go and stuff like that. So it's like I haven't completely lost track of things, but you know, I'm doing what I can, right? Like I'm doing what I can as I have time for it and stuff like that, right? And you know, you're with Doro. so actually Dorothy is Mooney's favorite Nikkei. Dorothy ranks pretty high up there for me, maybe like top 5 for me, but she's not necessarily my favorite Nikkei. But I do like the Doros, and I do have like one of those Happy. I don't know if you guys know what that is. It's like the Japanese like Japanese style like overcoat type of thing, right? Which has all the Doros on it and things like that. I wear it constantly whenever I go to events and conventions and stuff like that. That's my go-to clothing for tabling at events and stuff like that. So I have that on hand all the time. But yeah, Dorothy would be one of my favorites. It's definitely in my top. Modernia is definitely my favorite because like I did like Marion, and you guys all know how that went. So that's why, you know, like Marion was the top for me, but you know, again, we all know how that went. And who else? I did join the game for Soda. I didn't know anything about the game when I initially joined, so I joined the game for Soda, but then it turned out she wasn't all that great, except for the bunny a girl costume version of Soda, right? Like that version of Soda is actually pretty good. So there is some redeeming qualities to that character. Also juggling ZZZ, Uma Musume, and what's PGR? It's hard to keep up with every. It really is, right? Like I was playing Uma Musume early on. I was excited for it, and then I kind of dropped out. Like I couldn't keep up with it. There's just like it requires an amount of like what is it? It requires like a lot of investment, I would say, in terms of time. Not even money or anything like that that I'm worried about with Uma Musume. It's time. The time investment with Uma Musume is a little bit too high for me. So I had to drop out of playing it. The same thing with ZZZ, and it's not because I think that there's like a time investment with ZZZ. I just wasn't really clicking with the gameplay. I liked the characters enough that I was like trying. I was trying to stick with it so that I can, you know, like get the characters that I like. Like around, I was hoping that I would continue to play all the way till what was it? Miyabi came out, but I didn't make it that far. I didn't make it that long. So she came out. I missed out on her. I think I missed out on her, or did I get her? I don't remember if I got her or not. But I might have missed out on her, and that was kind of it for me. Punishing Gray Raven, the other older Kuro game. Oh, I've never played that one. I think I've heard the name before, Punishing Gray Ravens, but I've never actually played that one myself. Yeah, there's just so many gacha games. My main two gacha games for the longest time, well, my main three gacha games for the longest time were before the modern era. I guess I'll call it before the modern era. I played a lot of Grand Blue Fantasy, and I played Love Live. Freaking Love Live Civ, right? And those are my two main gacha games for the longest time. And then I went, hey Severo, what's up? How you doing? And then I went to play what was it? Oh wait, the link I posted on my Discord is wrong. Is it? Is it the wrong link on my Discord? Let me check. What did I post? I think it needs a space. Oh, that, you know what? Oh yeah, you know what? Yeah. It got merged, and the two of them got merged. Oops. Corrected. Thanks for letting me know. I didn't notice it. I'm sorry guys. My fault. But yeah, it's corrected. But yeah, welcome in. How are you doing? We're just talking about gacha games that we used to play and stuff like that, right? Yes, an older game. Well, older for a gacha game. 2019, I think. At this point, 2019, I feel like is, especially if it's a gacha game, it could be considered old at this point, right? This piece looks so dope. Oh, does it? I'm having a little bit of regret about some of the shading here because I feel like it's getting a little muddy. And, like I am, for the most part, able to avoid that inherently muddy look with a lot of the art that I do a lot of times. But this time, for some reason, it's kind of getting there, like, with it. So I'm just kind of like, there's some of it that I'm a little bit unconvinced about. So I might have to do something about this. But yeah, I'm glad you guys are at least enjoying, you know, some of it for the most part, you know? Yeah, I might just, like, tone it down a little bit and leave it more like this and stuff like that. Like, it's just hard because sometimes you really want that contrast, like the deep dark colors, because if you don't have that contrast, then, you know, like the volumes don't show through on the character itself, right? So it's like lots of choices to be made here. Actually, let me see something here. I also noticed something that I need to add to this, which is the like I tend to make the layer and I call it like makeup or something like that. It's not really makeup or anything like that, but you can kind of see it being sort of like makeup and stuff like that. And it's like, it's because sometimes I'll add things like blush or like eyeliner to the characters if they have them and stuff like that. And, you know, like so I just kind of categorize it all as makeup, even though it's not necessarily makeup. It's not always just necessarily makeup and stuff, right? But let's try. Fortunately, I gotta go. It was great seeing you, talking to you though. Later, fam. Yeah, thanks for dropping by and thanks for the lurk. Super appreciate it. You know, as always, as always. It's all good if you guys need to drop by, say hi, and then get going. I am okay with that. You know, it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, yeah. You know, like we shall see where this one goes as we continue to add like colors and details to it and stuff like that, because there's like some things that I'm like a little bit like about like with this one, because and it's not in the coloring, it's just in the actual artwork itself, right? That I'm like, okay, maybe I need to do something a little bit different, like in the eyes too. The eyes need a lot more detail than what I have there already, so I need to add that. And I might actually change some of the eyes, because like when I flip the canvas, it starts to look a little bit different and weirder to me and stuff like that. So that's kind of how you know, like, you when you flip the canvas and you just kind of look at it from a different perspective, you kind of start to see things that you don't personally like. And with this one, I almost feel like maybe her eyes are a little bit like need a little bit of a different shape and stuff like that, but I could always correct it at the end. Like I could always just like add a layer over it and just paint over it to add, you know, like what I need there and stuff like that. So it's fine, you know, like none of this stuff is ever like the end, like the end of the world. You could always correct anything that you do. So, and then add a little bit of the blush part. Don't make it way too much. Okay, let me see something about the eye colors, because there we go. Okay, there we go. Her eyes are actually pretty red, and stuff. Like they have like a redness to it and an orange color, right? And like it's best to not like the way that Mooney colored it here is actually the way that I would approach it normally, because I wouldn't want it to be too saturated, right? But I do need to add a little bit more color to it and stuff, right? So let's try it. Okay. So I see what's going on there. I see what's going on there. Okay. And then with the shadow layers, I can just modify it a little bit. Oops, wrong layer. Yeah, and sorry that I'm not as talkative today because I'm just trying to get through this piece as soon as I can. Mooney, what's up? Whoa, did you? You managed to save all of them? All of them from the jail? let me give Mooney the shout out. You saved all the roommates from jail? But yeah, I'm messing around with the coloring here and stuff like that, just making small edits to it. Because this is about as far as we've gotten so far. I do think that I need another layer of like some dark colors for the shadows and stuff like that. But I feel like it's starting to get what a lot of people assume is like they call it like the muddiness of digital art. So I'm trying to pull away from it now. Like, what I really need is more harder shadows and stuff like that, and stop going so like what is it, like mixing so much, and you know, like that's causing these like patches of color to kind of like, you can kind of see them but you kind of can't. Like it's really weird. It's like, you know, I managed to. Oh yeah, that was one heck of a book title, and they were roommates. Yes, they were. Hello, Pig. What's going on? How you doing? Welcome in, everybody. But yeah, hopefully, you know, like, hopefully the game was really good, and you guys, like, you know, because I caught parts of it, and you know, like, I did see, okay, maybe I should. I don't know if I should bring this up, but I did see someone mention Maid Mooney. Did I hear Maid Mooney during your stream? Just woke up, basically. Oh. Everybody getting a late start to the day? I feel like I am missing a certain layer right now. It's okay, I'll put it back. But yeah, glad to see you guys are having fun, and you know, you guys are doing well and stuff like that for the most part, you know. We are just doing the arting here right now. Hoping to finish this one as soon as I can. But we shall see what happens, because again, you know, we are trying to participate in an Artist Alley event later on next month. So I'm trying to finish as many of these artworks as I can before then. It's not that like all of these will appear at said Artist Alley, but it's always nice to finish stuff and have a little bit of new new things, you know, whenever you go to some of these events, right? Like, just a little bit. You don't have to have everything there, but, you know. Okay, now... What do they call these things? The limbo rings? I think that's what they're called. I always put them into the characters that I have. I don't think they're necessary for every artwork. It's just a stylistic thing for me. Even though there's probably like some biological reason that they exist. Let's see, and then I will add... Even though this is the wrong layer to add them in, I'll probably end up adding them anyway. Ugh, why ugh? What's up? What's up, Mooney? Why ugh? Oh, did you? Oh. What, in the game that you were playing? I didn't know who the murder... Oh! Yeah, I was trying to get the good ending. Hey, at least you sat through the game in one sitting, right? Whoops, why do I keep doing that? Let's do something like this. So what am I adding here is just like reflections from the skylight and stuff like that. So in everybody's eyes, you know, you can actually see certain reflections from time to time and stuff like that. So I'm trying to add some to it. You don't really need all that much there, just, you know, a little bit just to kind of give the appearance of the character being in a space, like actually existing in the space that they're in and stuff like that. So you don't really need too much. If you put way too much of that, then sometimes it goes a little overboard, and then you've just got these ridiculous like crazy stuff all over the eyes, you know? People said it was a 2-hour game. I think they lied to me. I mean, you know, maybe okay. Sometimes when people give like how long is this game, right? They always claim that, well, it takes you 2 hours to beat it, but that's probably if you know everything and you're able to speed run some of it and stuff like that, right? Normally games like take a whole lot longer. I mean, most people say a Final Fantasy game is like 20 something hours to play, but realistically, I think minimum for Final Fantasy is really like 40 hours, and then like 60 if you really want to not get your butt kicked the entire time when you're playing the game. So it's like, a lot of times these games take a lot longer than what is said. Damn it, chat, why are you lying to Mooney about game times? Why, chat? Okay, let's see. What else can I change on this? Whoops, I made that smaller when I should have been going bigger. Oops, not the right color. And then, what the heck happened to the shadow that was in the eye? Like, I like lost it somehow. Oh, there. That's why. Okay. Okay. And then, yeah, I might be spending a whole lot of time on small details and stuff like that, but like I think a lot of times when it comes to like arting, especially when you're doing like, certain characters. And like, it's these small details that matter a lot. So doesn't seem like that at first, but you kind of find out over time that, they matter a great deal. And once again, guys, unfortunately, none of my notifications and things like that are working. So I'm doing my best to try to catch anything that comes in by looking at the activity feed as it happens and stuff like that. So apologies if I miss anything. Okay, so far so good. Again, I might have to change certain things, right? But it's still worth coloring it in right now so that you can kind of get a feel for it. Like, even with the shape of where her cheek is and stuff like that going into here, like, I feel like the eyes, I might have pushed them over just a little bit too much. Because of that, then the rest of the shape of what her face over here might be a little bit off, but I'm not gonna correct the line art for that. What I might do is at the end of this, I'm gonna put a layer over this, right? And I'm gonna literally just kind of paint on top of this area and fix what I feel like might be like a little bit off, right? So I might move the chin a little bit over to the left side and stuff like that, and then maybe fix some of the stuff in the eyes. It's easier for me to do that at this point than to try to fix the line art and then the colors by each layer, because I'm so far into this at this point, right? Same thing with some of that what I'm perceiving to be like this like weird muddiness with her skin tones and stuff like that. What I really should probably do is actually this. Let me see if it works. What I'm bothered by is that maybe it's blending in too much with her skin, right? So what if I do a color that's closer to the purple? So Mooney, when you initially put in the color for this one, you did the shadows in a much more purplish color, and then I tried to like see what it would look like with a different approach, and actually, you know what? Yeah, I should stick with that because it's actually doing a whole lot more favors for how this is all looking than what I had initially. So and then what is gonna happen with the rest of this image? It's probably gonna be like, let's see, I can do some of it now. I don't have to wait until the very end to do any of this, right? Because the background, ultimately, like, the funny part about the background is I don't necessarily have to add too much to the background. What I'm gonna add to the background is actually all lighting effects, because the background on this is actually gonna be blurred out quite a bit. It's not the focus of the image, right? So like, I do cheat a little bit with the backgrounds that I do, where I do things like this, and it tends to work for me. But let's see if I can pull it off in a way that looks okay. So let's see. Let's try to do some of it now, actually. Okay. No, miss, what's up? How you doing? Welcome in. Hope you are having a great day. Oh, that yellow is way too much. Now I just said that the yellow is too much, but I'm still going. Because I at least want to block out the color for this first, right? Okay, just took a nap. Oh, okay. You know, naps are always good. Oops. No, I think I'm gonna keep it yellowish. Okay, I need to do my blur now. That's just way too much lighting going on there. It's okay. And then... Wait, is that... Oh wow, that's literally as big as it gets. Okay. Oops. Okay. And then we just kind of mess around with how much of this we get. I mean, I could leave it like that. A lot of the light is coming from the back, the upper left over there, and then it should be rather dark for the rest of this, right? And then opposite to this, the water is actually going to be reflecting a lot of light itself, right? So there's going to be like quite a bit of like a bluish glow to the water itself. Interesting that it's not really doing anything though. So I might have to just like figure out a different way to get this color in there. Okay. So we can kind of see where the lights are. It's like very bright behind her. So what happens is the shadows in front of her actually get much more darker in that regard, right? Maybe we don't need the light in the back to be quite that bright. Okay, that doesn't work. All right, if we stack them, it's just washing out everything and blowing everything out in the background, so that's not gonna work. Okay, that's fine. Let's see, what else can we do here to make this... Okay, maybe that's a little too much, so let's not do that. Okay. Yeah, and again, sorry, I'm not talking too much right now. It's probably because, like, I'm at the point in this particular image where I'm just kind of like, oh, you know what? It's like I gotta work on the small details and things like that, and I gotta start to, like, lock in a little bit so that we get this one done a little bit sooner, if that makes sense. So I am a little bit quiet because of that. Apologies. Yeah, and I also kind of want to do some darker colors here and there, just to add some kind of contrast somewhere, right? Like, again, there's certain parts of this where I'm like, okay, this is okay, but then there's other parts of it where I'm just kind of like, okay, that doesn't look like, okay, if you put this in grayscale, I'm gonna be willing to bet that there's a lot of this that's not going to show up. It's gonna be very gray, like one gray tone all the way through, and I don't want that. So I'm probably doing stuff that I shouldn't be doing over here, though, to try to combat that. Because before I did this, like, I tried to add like an extra layer of shadowing and stuff like that, right? But it just kind of became a muddy mess, and I kind of don't like that. So it's like maybe I gotta be careful with doing what I'm doing here, because I don't want that to happen again. Oops. Okay. Yeah, and ultimately, I kind of want to preserve the sort of, like, the look of most anime images, right? Where they have a somewhat cell shaded look, but then there's like little things about it that are not. That's too dark now. But then we can kind of do this. Hey. Okay, this is a little bit better than what I had before, where I think I went a little bit too far overboard with like soft shadows and stuff like that, and it just like it became muddy patches and stuff like that. But where now I'm trying to preserve more of the hard lines on it, so that it's a little bit more like, okay, these shadows are actually separating certain volumes, right? So I got to do that for the booba also, actually. So let's see how that comes out, actually. Oops. I'm trying to be really careful with this right now because I'm like, I don't want what happened before to happen again, where it just becomes like this muddy mess, and then like you try to correct it, but then it's like no matter what you do, it seems like it gets worse and worse. So it's like I'm trying to avoid that right now. Zoomed out way too far. Yeah, see, like over here, you're starting to see that happen. And I kind of wanted to avoid that, so I'm just gonna get rid of that, get rid of that. Okay, I'm gonna hit save before we forget. All that work just to forget to hit save, right? And then just add some more of that level of that shading down here. Okay, we're starting to get somewhere with this. Okay, okay. And again, you know, like, if there's anything that I'm kind of like unconvinced about, what I'll do at the end is I'm just gonna put a layer over it, and I'm just gonna paint right on top of it, to get the look that I want out of it and stuff like that. That's kind of what I have defaulted to doing as of late, because it's just easier. Sometimes just to do that, than to try to correct like layer upon layer of different colors and things like that. And you know, like for me, it's easier. I don't know. Some people may not find that as easy, but for me, it's just like easier to do it like that. So I'm gonna do it like that. Since, and then you just kind of do it the way that you feel like is the most comfy for you. Like, I don't think there's necessarily a right way to do certain things, as long as you know, you get to your end result, like what you were looking for with that. So, you know. Okay, where did I put? Oh yeah, it's over here. And then let's grab that color. Oh shoot, actually I can't do it right there. I gotta add a new layer for this, because if I start messing around with it on the same layer, I'm gonna erase some stuff that I need there by accident. Yeah, I'm just kind of shaping this into that glossy glow. I might have to like erase some of it from elsewhere, because I might have too much because of the way that I'm doing this. And usually when it comes to like lights like this, especially with really hard like shines like this, right? You have your focal point right here. You don't need it like in 500 other places, right? At the same time. So it's like sometimes you get rid of that and like, you know. Wait, did I just... Oh, okay. I put them in two different layers. Oops. That's what I get for not switching layers. Alright, that's fine. And she's gonna be pretty shiny too, because it's like she's getting out of the water, right? So her skin is gonna be pretty glossy from the water itself and stuff like that. I haven't even added like the water drops and stuff like that to this, so you know, but I'm just kind of like getting it to look like it has that, like, you know, that reflective sheen that people get when they get out of the water. So I'm trying to get that first. So that's why I'm like redoing some of the lighting things that I did. Like I'll leave a little bit of it, but like I'm probably gonna replace it with, like, you know. Oops, wrong layer. And how I'm doing this is like I'm just like dropping the color on there and then using the eraser, like the soft eraser, so you're almost like shaping the color into what you want it to be, as opposed to like trying to draw it perfectly that first time, because it never works for me that way. So I find this kind of method to be like a lot easier on my brain. It's like, no, actually, that looks weird. I'll put this back. This was not that bad to have it there. And then what? Like, what do we need? Okay, so this part is like this part is easily the part that can look. I preface this by saying it can look sussy, but it is not. How big is my brush? Let's see. Again, this part looks sussy, but it's not. I promise you it is not. Because it's just easier to again, like add the color and then shape these things into the water droplets. But depending on what color you're using with the droplets, you know, sometimes yeah. So there's going to be a whole heck of a lot of this doing water droplets and things like that all over this image. So this is going to take quite a while. I'll probably try to do a lot of this after hours and things like that, but you can kind of get the idea of what like that's eventually gonna look like. So but I think overall this one is actually again, it's happening like the coloring and stuff like that. It's happening a lot faster than with Neon. Again, there's going to be some things that I want to change about the way the face is. Not necessarily the expression, but just the overall like the framing of the face, so that it looks a little bit more like what I'm thinking. Because even with her neck, it's a little bit probably off. I feel like almost like her face is like a little bit too flattened in one direction. So I'm trying to shift over a lot of the geometry of where her jawline is, so that it kind of normalizes it again. If that kind of makes sense. I don't know if that really does, but yeah, there we go. Like most of the water droplets will be by where her legs are, because she's getting out of the water, so the water naturally rolls downwards on her body. So you'll probably see some droplets like dropping off of like where her elbows are and where her lower legs are. That's probably where it's gonna exist. And then we just put in a few things environmentally, and then just like do a little bit more in terms of details on her hair. And I think this one will be done. It's actually coming out a lot faster than I thought for this one, so I'm happy with that. But yeah, guys, like thanks for sticking around with me and hanging out with me while I do this. Like I know like a lot of times the coloring process and arting in general can be a tedious thing. It takes a long time. Like it's a lot of concentration and effort for arting and stuff like that. And like thanks again you guys for like just sticking around and like following us along on this journey. Hopefully this one will be done as soon as I can, and then I can start working on like finishing Neon, which I think is almost done. It's just coloring in the gun and then changing some aspects of the background a little bit, because I have another idea for the background. Instead of just one large fiery explosion, I might make it like a combination of different explosions in the background with from different like exploding random like machines and stuff like that, right, in the background and stuff like that. Like she's actively in combat and stuff like that, and that might allow me to do all the different lighting colors that I kind of wanted to do originally and stuff like that. But overall, this one's coming out really good. Like I'm happy with where this one's going, and the direction that we went in with this one. So hopefully this one will be done as soon as possible. Anyway, I think overall that's it for us today. I'll be back tomorrow at around 6 to 8 Eastern time in the US. We're gonna continue this. And yeah, what do we do now? For those of you on YouTube, unfortunately, that's the end of the stream. But for those of you, let's see, say so and definitely not degenerate. Bard raid. If you guys follow me on this raid, we're gonna go ahead and pay a visit to somebody. That's the raid message. Let's see who is on right now. Let's see. Let's see. Let me go here and then find out to see if there's anyone on. We can go and drop by and say hello to somebody. Let's see. Oh, there are definitely people on right now. Some people doing the arting. we paid a visit to who? Let's see, who? Ooh, somebody's playing Marvel Legends right now. Who else? I see some people doing the art. Huh. Oh, not as many people doing the art that I thought I was gonna see on. Let's actually see then. If we can go and pay a visit to somebody, perhaps somebody new? Somebody new? We're gonna meet some new friends into arting. The arting of on Twitch. It's just finding somebody to raid into is always a challenge for me, because I'm kind of shy in a lot of ways. Like I like dropping by certain people to like, you know, like see what they're doing, but then at the same time, if I drop by, I'm like oh should I wait, let's see what's going on here. Who is that? I think this person is drawing Little Mermaid. They are. Let's drop in. Somebody is drawing Nikkei art. Since somebody's drawing Nikkei art, we're gonna go ahead and visit them. This is somebody new. We're gonna go ahead and raid into Meow Yun. I see they're drawing Nikkei art, so we gotta go and visit them. All right, I'll be back tomorrow, same time, 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern. And yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. Okay. Let's go and give them a warm hello. And yeah, here we go.